Hi everybody. What's everybody doing tonight? Well, it's been an interesting day. We here in the States are going through all of these hearings about impeachment, and that's been taking up the whole day on TV. We live in amazing times. But I still found time to do other things and practicing some tarot spreads and making myself a very nice dinner and playing with my puppy dog and my kitty cat and doing household chores. But today I'm going to show you a couple of things before I start. I'm going to be doing opening a deck, one that I've never used. I've seen this deck, here, I'll go close. Marie My Table is the name of her YouTube channel. Marie My Table is a very sweet woman, and she uses this deck a lot. It's the Gypsy Oracle cards. Here, there's another name for them, Sibilla and the Gypsy Oracle cards. And I like the way she reads. She doesn't read traditionally, but she's so psychic, although she says she's not, but she's psychic. When you watch her channel, she's psychic. But she just gets these images and she just knows things, right? And but different in the way that I know things. But talking about knowing things, oh, here's Mr. Riley. Okay. Say hi, Riley. He wants to cuddle. Yes, you want to cuddle? I love you too. You want to say hello to everybody? Yeah, I gave him a haircut the other day. So I saved $40 from having to go to a professional groomer. And I have the equipment, so I've been watching videos and learning how to groom him myself. But he doesn't look bad for mommy doing a full-time grooming the first time. He wiggled forever, so it actually took me 2 days to do it. But I want to share with you something I saw, I'll start all over. I'm getting flustered here with him. Okay, he's definitely a Velcro dog. He just wants to stick to mommy. Okay, the other day I went to dinner with my son and daughter-in-law. She made this amazing dinner, and it was a birthday party dinner for her stepdad. And there was a present there for me. It was something they had ordered for Christmas for me. It was one of the Christmas presents to me, but it hadn't arrived in time. And they had this sweatshirt made for me. It is so funny. Can you read what this says? Let's see. Oh, okay, the doggy is making a mess here. Okay, hold on. Riley, okay. Anyway, it says, that's what I do. I play mahjong and I know things. And this is very funny because my daughter-in-law is always amazed by the little tidbits of information I have. And when my grandson was studying martial arts, he now has a black belt, and he was starting to get into bow work. And he had broken his bow. And I said, oh, I'll give you my bow. She said, June, you have a bow? I said, well, yeah. She said, I should have known. But you know, when you live to be 80 years old and you've been a curious person, you learn a lot about a lot of things, or a little bit about a lot of things, you know. And but it's just so funny. So she's always teasing me that I know so much about so many things. But you know that she's a girl after my own heart because she's amazing. You know, she went back to school about 2 years ago. Now she is registered American, let's see, Society of Interior Designers. She's an interior designer now working for this very big company, and she's got talent galore. She's wonderful. She's a great cook, you know, great wife, great mother. You know, well, I'm just so lucky to have her. She's my second daughter. So anyway, today what I'm going to do is look at that deck, and I want to show you a package that I got today. If I can get past Riley here, who wants to just cuddle me. Okay, let me see. I can open it up here. It's a book. And this is called The Untold Tarot. And it says The Lost Art of Reading Ancient Tarot. And I got another book, but I forgot to bring it in here, so I'll show you that tomorrow. It says Discover Forgotten Divinatory Skills and Learn to Read the Cards with Confidence. Okay, and then it says Read Tarot in Authentic Ways to Answer Everyday Questions and Concerns, written by one of the world's leading authorities on Tarot. And let's see, so it's Caitlin Matthews is the author. And again, I'm not at all familiar with this whole system. I have one deck, Marseille deck, And so I needed to have a book or two to figure it out. So that's going to keep me busy this winter, but there's some wonderful illustrations in here, wonderful colored pictures of everything. There we go. More here. Let's see. The print is kind of small in some places, but I can read it. And I have other special reading glasses that might serve me better. Yeah. And then they have layout. There are some types of layouts and things in here. But I know nothing of this system. I mean, when I first saw some of the cards, I thought, oh, I know some of those cards, so that they look a little bit like Rider-Waite. But then when they got into some cards where there was, you know, no name and it was just all these lines, I thought, oh, I have a lot more to learn. So this winter, hopefully I can learn this. And I also want to learn the Taut deck. So let me open this here and see what we have here. Because I've been, as I said, I've been watching lovely Marie at Marie My Table. That's her YouTube channel. She's only been on recently. My gosh, she has a huge following. But she's just such fun to watch, and she's so natural and sweet and just delightful. So I watch her every day if she's on every day. There's certain people who I love to watch reading cards, and she's one of them. And okay, so looks like it's a nice small deck. It'd be like perfect. Of course, I'm ripping the box to get in here. Looks like it'd be a nice little deck to find a metal box for, and then you can just carry it with you in your purse. Let's see here. And this is before I open it. It's the back of the card, I imagine. Yeah. No, that's the back of the card. There we go. Back of the card. Pretty backing. I like the backing on these. Now, I know nothing about this deck other than the fact that she uses it. I don't know how many cards are in here. Ooh, they feel good. They're nice weight. And this is the thickness of them. Okay, so let's see what it says here. Not much of a book here. I may have to buy a book on this. There's a little blurb here on using the fortune-telling deck. Okay, a little historical thing there. And then there's a little blurb on how to interpret them. So I will read this tonight and play with this before I go to bed. And then suddenly, that was it for English. That was it. A couple of pages for the English. That was it. And now we get into other languages. Look like Italian there. Oh yeah, this looks like Russian or Greek. Okay, it won't take long to read that book. So let's see. Okay, I'll just go over these here. Now, I've seen other people using those, so this one says conversation. And this is house, casa. I mean, they are pretty self-explanatory, aren't they? And this one here, the picture and the word waiting. Amore, love. I like the cards. I like the little black border. The artwork has a lovely old-fashioned feeling to it. Joyfulness. Money. What's this here? This is a scholar with his books. Hope. It looks like the predicament that person is in, they need some hope. Wow. Faithfulness. Of course, it's a dog. Faithfulness. Who else loves you so unconditionally other than your dog? Right? Okay, this is constancy. Constancy here. As you see, I have a different new camera position tonight, so I'm trying different things here to find out which works. I think the video I did yesterday showed the cards very well, but then I had to change positions, and this way I'm trying to see if I can do some of the videos where I don't have to change position. Oh, that's a very sweet, sweetheart. Not girlfriend, not lover, sweetheart. Kind of very Victorian, isn't it? Sweetheart. Okay, now we have a lord. I'm going to have to get online and watch other people using these. Room. I don't even know how many cards are in here. Letter. Gift. Falseness. I wonder why they use a kitty for falseness. Kitties are just so upfront. There's nothing false about them. They know exactly who and what they are. They're God with a lot of fur. That's who they think they are. And they act that way. Melancholy. I have a beautiful kitty that I got when she was only 5 weeks old. But she's a typical cat. You know, she's very affectionate when she wants to be. And pushy. And the rest of the time it's like, leave me alone, I'm a cat. Okay, here we go. Thought. That's the philosopher in deep thought. Okay, and child. I think it's going to be a lot of fun using these. Because they're so upfront. I mean, they're so basic. At least they appear to be so basic. Servant. Pleasure seekers. The party boys. Thief. Messenger. Wife. Merchant. Wedding. Let's see, thoughtfulness. And what do we have here? Oh, journey. Friend. Fortune. I can see how someone like Marie, who is very naturally intuitive, very intuitive, could use these cards, because it seems unlike the Rider-Waite, which has all these other symbolisms that you have to learn or figure out. These are pretty straightforward in terms of what they say. Surprise. So unless there are hidden meanings or more in-depth wisdom, I think it should be fairly easy to start using them. Consolidation. Reunion. I mean, when I first started reading some books on tarot, they always talked about following a story. Try to make a story up. If you don't know what it is, just try making a story from the cards. It seems like these cards would just be very easy to follow a story. Cheerfulness. frivolity. I think I have another deck similar to this, but because some of these symbols remind me of something else I have. Service. And I haven't tried working with that one yet either. This is the young woman. But I like the size of this. I like the quality of the cards. The backing is really pretty. Doctor. I mean, at first glance, it looks like it would be very easy to make up a story from these cards. Sorrow. Old woman. They even have a card for me. Widower. Malady. I kind of have a feeling these are very old cards. Death. The size. Yeah, size. Size. Uh-oh. This is their version of a tower card. Misfortune. Uh-oh. We have a suicide card here. Despair. Yeah, I would say definitely that you're at a level of despair here. Okay. Prison. Well, I guess those are cards people would not want to get. Soldier. Here's enemy. And there's a foe. So I wonder how they differentiate between enemy and foe. And then we have a priest here. We better send the priest over to the fellow who's in despair, right? Okay, let's see if they give me any more information about this. Just says Sibilla. Let's see. Okay, there is a little spread, like a little 4-card spread here. But when I watch Marie do it, she seems to put a whole bunch out there, just straight horizontal lines. She uses a lot of cards there, so let's see what else. Okay, this is what they say about using the fortune-telling deck. The gypsy never read the cards without taking care of important details. Many were surely just for her convenience or to intimidate those who came to find her. For example, light never directly struck the person reading the cards. In the half-light, she shuffled the cards 7 times and then took the deck, turned part of it a half turn, then shuffled it again 3 times. In the meantime, those who came to her for help told her about their problem, some discreetly posing only a generic question, others in a minute detail revealing names and facts. When the cards were ready, the gypsy placed them in front of the querent, who shuffled them 4 more times with the left hand, right if left-handed, mixing them up as they liked. Only then did the gypsy lay them out on the table in the proper positions. And so then she shows up, there's 5 cards here. They talked about 5 cards and how they do it, and then said the first one represents the present, second one the past, third is the near future, 4 is the obstacles, and the 5 is the advice. So, and then it goes on and gives a few paragraphs of how you interpret them. But that's it. It ends at page 7. So there's not much to learn based on this book. And there must be a book about this. Because I can't believe that's all there is to it. But you know, you never know. Simplicity swings, right? I don't know. So I'm going to get online after I close this off, and I'm going to look for any additional information or books on this, because I don't think I bought a book on this, but I'll check it all. But I like the cards, and let me see. Shuffling them, no problem shuffling them. It feels, these cards feel really good in my hand. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I could see me, if I wanted to have a deck to carry with me, this would be a perfect little deck to carry. I mean, I have other small decks, but yeah, it shuffles fine. Yeah, no problem. Nice, nice deck. So, something else to learn. I have to live a little longer because I have so much I still have to learn. I don't know. Wouldn't it be wonderful if, like, from lifetime to lifetime, we didn't have to start all over again and we could bring with us what we know? I read recently that that's going to change in the future. One can only hope. So while I'm still here, I think I'll just get my cards if I could find them. Yes, they are. Here we go. These are my little Ascension cards. So let me pick one out. Yesterday we got a whole new one. So let's see if today we'll get a new one, or we're going to pick out one of the ones we've always had. I'm telling you, we're getting the repeats. It's so funny. I mean, look at all the cards in here. I mean, look at all these cards. Two fell out. Okay. And the same ones come out most of the time. Let's see. Okay, it says, this is the one that I pulled out. Today I will honor the gift of my spiritual vehicle, my body, by nourishing it with the highest and purest of food, water, and thought. Well, I think I did that pretty well today. But obviously Spirit is reminding us of this. I guess with these higher energies coming in, it's very important to take care of our body and, you know, put the proper fuel in it and do what we can. I mean, for years I was a vegan, years when I studied at an ashram. And then one day the teacher just said, we're doing a lot of work aligning things in the brain, and so unless you've been a vegetarian for 15 years and your mother was a vegetarian, you need to go and eat some meat now. And people were freaking out. You know, people don't realize how they get attached to something, you know. They think, oh, I'm not attached. But just tell them to change their diet, and it's like, no! How could it mean I have to eat meat once or twice a week? Yeah. And then he also introduced dairy into the diet. He told the cooks to put dairy in there, I think, once a week. And it was like, no! Very funny. But, yeah, so we have to know what our body needs and treat it accordingly. So today, I had meat today. I had lamb chops. I made myself a nice big salad, and I had potato, and I had a couple of little pieces of healthy chocolate for dessert, and I had water with that. Nice healthy dinner. And so I ate healthy today. So that's it for me for tonight. I wish you all a wonderful day, a wonderful week, a wonderful year, a wonderful life as always. And as I said yesterday, be good to yourself. Love yourself. Namaste, everybody.